This animal can grow as long as a bus, with a mouth wide enough to fit a person, and it has around 3,000 teeth. It's a shark. This giant is searching for some of the smallest creatures in the ocean for food. So how can the world's largest fish survive by eating food that we can barely see? Welcome to the Intrigue Factor. This is the whale shark, the largest living fish on Earth. Despite its name, it is not a whale. It is a true shark, with a skeleton made of cartilage rather than bone. It breathes through gills and, unlike whales, it does not need to return to the surface for air. A whale shark can grow beyond 12 meters, although most individuals seen by people are smaller. Its main foods include plankton, tiny crustaceans, fish eggs, and small schooling fish. Some of these creatures are so small that you might see only slightly cloudy water. Yet when ocean currents concentrate billions of them in one area, they become an enormous floating meal. The whale shark swims toward this food with its mouth open. Water enters through the mouth and passes across specialized filtering structures near the gills. These structures trap the edible particles while the water flows back into the ocean. The food is then swallowed. Sometimes the whale shark feeds simply by swimming forward with its mouth open. This is called ram filtration, but it can also remain almost in one place, repeatedly opening and closing its mouth to draw in water. This is known as suction feeding. In this way, the whale shark processes an enormous amount of seawater to collect enough tiny food. And scientists are still discovering new details about how whale sharks feed. In 2026, cameras and sensors attached to whale sharks helped researchers formally document 6 feeding behaviors that had not previously been described in the scientific literature. Among them, researchers observed whale sharks slowly sinking or gliding through the water while feeding with their mouths open. They also recorded them actively feeding while diving downward toward deeper water. The observations suggest that whale sharks can use low-energy feeding methods when food is scattered, then switch to more energetic feeding when they encounter a concentrated patch of prey. But here's something even more surprising. A whale shark has thousands of tiny teeth, arranged in hundreds of rows. With so many teeth, you might expect it to have a powerful bite. But these teeth appear to play little or no role in feeding. Its filtering structures do the important work. So although its mouth can be more than a meter wide, it is designed mainly to take in water and tiny animals. Like other sharks, whale sharks have an excellent set of senses. They can detect smells and changes in the water around them. Sharks also possess special sensory organs that can detect extremely weak electrical signals produced by the muscles and nerves of living animals. But whale sharks are not known to use sonar like dolphins and some whales. Instead, they rely on their eyes, sense of smell, sensitivity to water movement, and ability to detect electrical signals. Scientists can recognize individual whale sharks by the pattern of white spots on their bodies. Each pattern is believed to be unique, almost like a human fingerprint. Researchers photograph the area behind the gills and use specialized software to compare one shark with another. And one of the world's most remarkable seasonal gatherings happens here in Qatar. Whale sharks gather around the Al Shaheen area, approximately 90 kilometers off Qatar's northeast coast. They are mainly recorded there from April to September, with the largest numbers usually appearing between May and August. Why do they gather there? The warm, highly productive water contains an abundance of fish eggs and other small food. When this food becomes concentrated near the surface, whale sharks arrive to feed. At times, large numbers can gather within a relatively small area, creating one of the most impressive whale shark aggregations known anywhere in the world. Thousands of kilometers away, whale sharks also visit the Philippines, where they are known locally as butanding. Donsol, in the province of Sorsogon, is especially famous for encounters with wild whale sharks. They are generally encountered there from November to early June, with February to April usually considered among the best months for sightings. A whale shark seen in one country will not necessarily remain there. These animals can travel enormous distances across tropical and warm-tempered oceans, moving between feeding grounds and sometimes diving deep beneath the surface. However, much of their lives remains mysterious. Scientists still do not know exactly where most whale sharks are born. Very young individuals are rarely encountered, and researchers continue to investigate where females give birth and where the newborn sharks spend their early years. Their lifespan is also difficult to measure. Evidence suggests that whale sharks grow slowly and can live for many decades. Scientists have reliably measured whale sharks as old as 50 years. Because the largest individuals continue growing slowly, researchers believe they may be capable of living for more than a century. A long lifespan may sound like an advantage, but slow growth also creates a serious problem. Whale sharks take many years to mature and reproduce. This means that when adults are killed, the population cannot replace them quickly. In some places, whale sharks have been deliberately hunted for their meat, fins, and oil. Others become accidentally caught in fishing gear. They can also be struck by ships. Because they often feed close to the surface, they may not be noticed by approaching vessels until it is too late. Today, the whale shark is classified as endangered. Tourism can help people appreciate and protect these animals, but encounters must be managed carefully. Boats should avoid chasing or crowding them, and swimmers should never touch, ride, or block their path. And despite traveling across entire seas, whale sharks appear seasonally in particular places, including the waters of Qatar and the Philippines, when conditions provide the food they need. The whale shark challenges almost everything we expect from the word shark. It is the largest fish in the ocean, yet it depends mostly on some of its smallest inhabitants. It possesses thousands of teeth, yet it does not use them to tear apart its food. And perhaps what makes the whale shark so fascinating is the extraordinary contrast between its enormous size and its remarkably gentle behavior. Thanks for watching.